Flosstube, Stephanie here, Ms. Oh So Crafty. Welcome to my Stitch Mania vlog part 1. Today is Thursday, May 3rd, 2018. So Maynia actually started a few days ago and I've been taking clips, don't worry. So my first start of Maynia is the Riolis Bird of Happiness, the Phoenix, and I am just loving it. I'm really excited to be stitching the Phoenix because I want a cross-stitch menagerie of magical creatures. I've got a few dragons, I've got a unicorn, and I got a couple little griffins. Clearly I need a Phoenix. I need other things too, other magical creatures, which I will get to in due time. Maybe I'll make it like my Maynia tradition, starting a magical creature every year. That might be kind of fun. Anyway, so it's May 3rd, Thursday. Week's been going pretty good. I've been doing my Body Boss thing. I'm in week 9 now, the last week of cycle 3, moving on to cycle 4 next week, which is the final level, boss level. Thursdays mean cardio, and it's also like, you know, recovery day because I've done 2 HIIT workouts, Monday, Wednesday, and on Thursdays, I like, if I've completed my HIIT workouts, I like to go to Tropical Smoothie Cafe to get some lunch with my son after school. He eats lunch at school, but he loves the potato chips that come with like sandwich or whatever, so yeah, he'll eat the potato chips, I'll have a smoothie and a wrap or whatever, and it will be fantastic. It's also like 90 degrees today, so the frozen drink will come in handy. And what else has been going on? Well, just, you know, chores, and did some of that this morning, and did some Stitch from Stash spreadsheet updating, which is, I'm so blessed and thankful to have my friend Dawn, Frosty X Stitch. Hi Dawn, if you're watching, helping out with that. So it's definitely a lot of work, and between the two of us, it's reasonable. So I'm really thankful for her help. Anyway, I will check in later and show you my stitching. Ta-ta! Hey guys, so I've got my fabric for this piece on the scroll bars. Technically Fabric Stretchers by Judy Odell of Just a Thought Needleworks. Anyway, this is obviously a pre-printed fabric. That little X is where I'm going to be starting. So the Phoenix is, you know, counted, whereas the background is printed. You don't have to stitch that. Alright, I will show you how far I get in a few hours, or whenever I get tired enough I have to sleep. Alright, bye! Hey guys, Stephanie here. I wanted to show you my day 1 start on the Riolis Bird of Happiness. So I worked on it about an hour and a half last night, and I started right there. That's where the X was. I did this red as much as I could have, the red on that page, and then I did this yellow and this lighter yellow. My object was to work across to the edge of the chart and see how close I was going to get to the edge of the printed area, and I did. That's it right there. That's the edge. So I think what I'm going to do today is just start working at this far edge and fill it in with as many colors as I can, and then slowly work my way back towards center. I would have shown this to you last night, but it was like, my son got out of bed. It was like midnight, so I had to take him back to bed, and yeah, didn't have a chance to film. Anyway, so today is May 2nd, and my plan is to bring a second project into the mix. It will be this one, Lord's Prayer by Stony Creek. And what I'm going to do, I think, is just pull the green floss. This is DMC 520. Work on the bottom border that goes across here. I'll probably give it like an hour and see how far I get. I'm hoping I'll get like 2 hours or so of stitchy time tonight. It just kind of depends on, well, what time my husband gets home from work and can take over childcare duties and stuff. I I need to work out, do my HIIT workout later, and it's very difficult to do that with Oliver around. I mean, for one thing, I feel bad basically neglecting him for like an hour while I huff and puff my way through it. For another, if he tries to interfere with it, it's, you know, like he might get in the way when I'm trying to do kicks or crawl on my back when I'm doing, you know, floor work or whatever. So it's not ideal. Anyway, so I will pop in later and show you how far I get on these two projects. All right, bye. Hey Flosstube, here's my day 2 progress on the Phoenix. So what I did is I started over here on this side and basically started trying to fill in. So several different colors. There's like a really pale, like grayish purple, and there's a couple different oranges and yellows. And it's really fun to stitch, you know, not too difficult, just like, you know, basically feather, like a feather pattern, because this is a bird, obviously. And I'm pretty pleased with my progress. I will continue working on this for another couple days, and it'll be interesting to see how far I get. Maybe I'll even be able to finish like the rest of this wing here. That would be cool. But we shall see. In the meantime, I'm going to work on my Lord's Prayer piece for a bit, and I will show you what that looks like when I get done with it. Ta-ta! Here's my update on the Lord's Prayer. So what I did is I just worked on the border across to the midline and then started the border on the other side. It was actually kind of difficult stitching. I don't know why, but I just found it hard to like keep track of the pattern. It was a lot easier going vertically than side to side, I guess, but it's done. I hope I can hit it out right. I guess I'll find out when I stitch the other half. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hey guys, it's Maynia day 3. So my plan for today is to continue working on my Phoenix and also bring a third project into the mix. That project will be Enchanted Mermaid. So looking at it like this, I think you can actually see the metallic much better than you could in my recent Flosstube update. So the one that's in the within her fin, that's this blue one, 014, and then the one that's in the frill over here, that's this one. This is 191. And then the one that's like in that little line there and under there and over to there is this one, the green, 085. So my plan is to just work with this one, the 085, and finish off those stitches. You can see it's like half done there, and continue working the metallic around, because I think the metallic is actually, it may be like the unifying factor among all these like little patches of color. So maybe if I just stitch all the metallic, I'll be able to do the rest of it without too much trouble. So I don't exactly have a lot of time right now, just about 20 minutes or so, but I will probably stitch a little bit and then I'll try to get like an hour on this, you know, between now and later, and I'll show you how far I get. Ta-ta! Hey guys, I'm popping in with my update on the Enchanted Mermaid. So what I did is I did 4 lengths of thread on the theory that each one takes about 15 minutes, and 3 of those threads were the green metallic. So starting here, doing all those stitches, and then I started there and did all those stitches, and these as well over there. Can you tell that it's green? I move the camera a little bit, different angle, and let the light hit it properly. It's like a dark green. Anyway, and then I was running out of stitches to do with that Kreinik thread, so I pulled my 37.99, which is this one here, and I started with it up here and did those stitches as well next to the Kreinik. So it's going to be tough to put this one away. I do really love working on it. It's my favorite width, and this fabric is pretty nice to stitch on, the Monaco. It's not quite as easy stitching as like Belfast, which is my favorite, but I do prefer the Monaco over Ada. And the Phoenix, of course, is on Ada, but it's not like I can do anything about that because it is a printed fabric and that gorgeous background image, so I just have to use the fabric that the kit came with, and it's not a bad Ada as far as Ada goes. So I will get back to that later today and see what I can do. Alright, catch you later. Hey guys, it is May the 4th, and I will be bringing a 4th project into the mix. This is my Charm Santa piece by Sandy Orton, Father Christmas. What I'm going to do is work on the border on the bottom, so I'm going to pull DMC 611 and my gold blending filament and my gold Krynic and work around for the chart, see how far I get in like an hour or so, and then I will continue on with my Phoenix, the bird of happiness. So I will check in later and show you my progress. Ta-ta! Hey peeps, so it's been about 1 hour and I did 3 threads. One of them was really long because I just used what I had left of this 002 HL braid. So first I worked with the blending filament. The pattern calls for DMC 5282, and for the one symbol you're supposed to do 1 strand of 5282 and 1 strand of DMC 611. So what I did is I just used the blending filament stuff. This is 002 HL blending filament, and I used 1 strand of this, 1 strand of DMC, the 611, and I did those stitches, and you can see what they, like those for example, are that that I just mentioned, the 611 with the blending filament. And then I went to fill in with the number 4 braid, which is empty now. So I started up here at the midline of the chart, and I was able to work the number 4 braid down to there. Those stitches are not complete yet, that row, it's just half stitches. So I really like how it came out. You can definitely see it when it's stitched. It was a little bit challenging stitching just because you have the super sparkly blending filament with super sparkly fabric. It's not really coming out in the video how sparkly it is. Maybe kind of, sort of, maybe. It's really sparkly. This is raw gold Belfast. And of course the blending filament is the high luster, so, but I think it looks really good. And then there will be back stitching on that border as well. So yeah, it's starting to come together now with the border on there. All right, I am going to take a break and do my Body Boss Power Up workout. The Friday workout is short. It's just like 2 6-minute circuits, so it's like 4 exercises. You're supposed to do 12 reps of each. Repeat as much as you can for 6 minutes. And then you take a break, and then you do it again for another 6 minutes. So it's shorter than the regular HIIT workouts. And it's a lot of fun. It can be. So I'm going to do that, and then I will work on my Phoenix some more. See you then. Bye. Hey guys, it's way late past my bedtime, but I wanted to film this and show you my day 4 progress on the Bird of Happiness, the Phoenix. So I added lots of different colors today. I did some more of a blue, that really dark inky blue, and that other blue. I love those blues. So pretty. I did more pink on the top of the wing there up into the bird's neck. I did the blended floss, which was like different shades of purple, like this one that's hanging is a blend, and then there's a different blend that's in there. You can see the blend around the edges up there as well. And then I did one of the darker oranges starting throughout here, basically. So the place where I started was there. I did manage to work back pretty much to there, so that's good. And I'm really loving this piece, even though it is, most of it is stitched 3/1, and sometimes it's a real pain getting those stitches neat, but the colors are just fantastic, and I love it. I'm so happy I started this, and it's going to be a lot of fun to work on. I don't really think it'll take all that long to stitch. I mean, it's pretty easy stitching. I think I stitched about maybe a quarter of the chart, maybe 20% or so. So not bad for a couple days. And today has just been a weird day. I slept in and then I took a nap, worked out. Yeah. Tomorrow is my mini retreat stitching meetup at the library, all day meetup, 10 to 5. So I have to figure out what I'm going to take. The project that I am scheduled to start tomorrow is the penguin orney, but that thing is tiny. It's just like 1.5 inches by 2 inches tall or something. That's not going to take very long to stitch, so I need more projects besides that. I'm thinking I might take my trick-or-treat fairy because, well, it's small and I haven't touched it in ages, and it would be nice to sort of get ahead with the whips, I guess. I don't think I want to double dip on the starts, you know? I don't think I want to do more than one start in a day. And then maybe I'll bring, I don't know. I could bring this project maybe. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. All right. Catch you on the flip side. Bye. Flosstube, Stephanie here. I'm So Crafty. Today is Saturday, May the 5th. Happy Cinco de Mayo. We celebrated by having a Mexican meal at home. I made chicken mole tacos in the slow cooker. They were fantastic. If anybody wants the recipe, hit me up. I'll be glad to send you the link. Anyway, so I started, this is my second start of Maynia, the penguin orney. I took the pattern and the material and everything to my meetup today at the library, and I started it, and I worked on it for a couple hours and got this far. So what's missing is the colors that need to be done with the blending filament, and also the top of the penguin's hat, and then some back stitching and beads and buttons. An awful lot of rigmarole for such a tiny piece, huh? But that's Stony Creek. So the meetup was really fun. We had a great turnout, and it was fantastic. Mini retreat. It was awesome. So we're definitely going to do that again. If you have any opportunity to meet up with others in your area and stitch, go for it. You know, it doesn't matter if you're shy. Let's face it, most of us are introverts. Most party people don't want to sit at home cross-stitching, right? But stitchers together, you will find things to talk about. You will laugh. You'll have a great time. I mean, it's our tribe, you know? So get out there, meet others if you can, and have fun. So I think what I'm going to do is try to put this onto this little frame that I have that I never actually used, and we'll see if it goes a little better stitching two-handed. I really don't like stitching in hand. That was part of the problem this morning. So, all right, I will check in later and show you more of my stitching from today. Ta-ta! Hey guys, so that was easy. I just stretched it across the wood frame, and I did corner by corner. So these two corners, those two corners, and then those two, and then those two. Kind of stretching it as I went to smooth out the fabric and give it some tension. And I just sunk the tacks in. They sink in very easily into the soft wood. I guess it's balsa wood. This is what it looks like from the back. Yeah, easy peasy. And then it came with a little tool to pry the tacks out when you're done. So now this is on a frame. I'm going to try to put it in my Lowry and finish it, or at least get it to the point where it's ready for the beads and buttons. All right, check in later. Bye. Peeps, so here's my update on the penguin orney. It is finished for the most part. It was such a pain for a little project. I mean, this is indicative of Stony Creek, really. I mean, I love it and I hate it at the same time. All these like white light gray tones were done with 1 strand of floss, 2 strands of blending filament. That was fun. Anytime you have 2 strands of blending filament. The only thing left on this, there's supposed to be 2 little red beads up there among the holly leaves, and there's supposed to be a couple snowflake buttons, which I may or may not put on, depending on, you know, if I can find something reasonably priced. Probably not gonna order the ones that Stony Creek has listed in the pattern. And then I did the personalization over 1 for my son, name, date, whatever. So yeah, I'm glad I'm gonna count it as a finish. So that was the 5th project of Maynia. So today was my meetup at the library. As I mentioned earlier, I did bring 3 projects. The second one was Nora Corbett Trick or Treat Fairy. So this is stitched on an opalescent Belfast Midas Touch from Vintage Silkweaver. It's a little bit challenging to stitch on because it's so sparkly, but I think it's worth it. Very cool background for her. So what I did is I did her legs and her boots, and then this vine. I started the vine with the green Krynic. Isn't that pretty? And then I started the pumpkin over here. That was an hour, and I was pretty pleased with that. You know, not too bad for an hour. I was actually scheduled to work on this next week, but I decided to get a jump on it, and so that makes this the 6th project of Maynia. And I guess I would be like a day ahead at this point. The 3rd project that I worked on was the Bird of Happiness. I was supposed to put that away last night. I took a picture, put it on Insta, but I can't seem to set it aside just yet. So I think I'm actually going to work on it a bit more right now. I have about 30 minutes before I need to go to bed, so I'll stitch on it, and then I will take some footage to show you what I've done. Alright, see you then. Bye. Hey guys, it is really late, like way past my bedtime, and I've been working on the Phoenix because I just can't seem to put this project down. So what I did tonight is I did more of the oranges through here, and then I parked those red-orange tones up here where they'll be used on the 2nd wing. I worked with some of the blue tones to get them like up the edge up here and through there, down there. Did some of the dark blues in here and more of the blues down here. So what I'm trying to do basically is set up to work the tail. What I want to do is stitch the tail, which is probably like the biggest part of the pattern, and there's flames shooting out of the bottom of it. Super cool. So that'll be like here, and then, you know, fill all this in and then work it down, and then after that's done, I'll do the other wing, which will go up there, and then finally the bird's head, which is like the neck is right there. So that's the plan. And I don't know when I'm going to get to it because this is not one of my Year of Whips pieces, and I really do want to finish all these pieces. And when I started this in Maynia, I had no intention necessarily of finishing it this year. I'm perfectly comfortable carrying it over as a whip to next year, but we'll see how things shake out because I really do love working on it, and I may not be able to ignore it completely. I had better hit the sack, and I'll see you tomorrow with my next news start. Good night. Flosstube, Stephanie here. It is May the 6th, and I am starting my next piece. My new, oh, sorry, don't want to show you the chart. It is We Do Disney by Stitchline. I am doing my own color conversion on it. The first line in this house will be white, and that's what I started with. So this is 28 count black Jobelin, and it is black. It is not gray the way it looks here. I don't know, the camera lens is funky, I guess, but it's really not that bad to count, I say, after I've done like 15 stitches. We'll see how it goes. All right, I have rather optimistically pulled 4 colors of floss on the theory that I might be able to get done 4 lines in the next 4 days. I'm going to work on it. We will see, I guess. Alright, I will check in later and show you how far I get tonight. Ta-ta! Hey peeps, so it's been like 2 hours since I started this, and I've actually worked with 2 colors, white and 334, which I decided was a good frozen blue. I'm not really a fan of the movie, but I do like the sentiment. We let it go. I think letting it go is critical for one's mental health. Yeah. So the way the chart is, it's like page 1 goes to here, and then page 2 would be over here. So I'm certainly going to get to the 4 colors that I picked out. I'll probably just do the 4 colors that I picked out, and then go over to the next page and do those 4 colors on that other page. So, but I'm really enjoying this, and stitching on black is not hard at all. I mean, with the Ottlight, I'm not having any problem. I just have the Ottlight above. I do have one of those lights that's on like a bean bag that you can put on your lap to light from underneath, but I was prepared to take that out, and I didn't have to because I could see the fabric just fine with the Ottlight above, and I am so happy about that. I feel like a new world has opened up. I was always so intimidated on the idea of stitching a black fabric, and I was thinking, well, if I do it, I'm gonna have to use Aida, and I don't really like stitching on Aida, but no, don't have to use Aida. This is 28 Jovelin, it's fine. So, yeah, black fabric for the win. Alright, I will see you guys tomorrow. The plan is to work on this more and maybe work on another project too. I shall consult my calendar at the time and see. Alright, ta-ta! Hey Flosstube friends, it is May the 7th. Today has been kind of a long day. A lot of chores and just stuff that needed attending to, and I didn't really get a whole lot of stitchy time, so the only project that I worked on was this one, We Do Disney. So what I did is the T and let, and then I started working on Because in 721. It's going to be Because Hakuna Matata, which means no worries in Swahili, loosely translated. Anyway, so I'm going to hit the sack now. I was supposed to work on another project today, the Water Goddess, but I didn't get to it, and I did get ahead on last Saturday, because I worked on Trick or Treat Fairy. So I'll just juggle things around a little bit, and I'll work on Water Goddess tomorrow. Alright, I will check in then. Good night. Hello Flosstube friends, Stephanie here, Ms. So Crafty. Today is Tuesday, May 8th, or at least it will be for another hour and a half. I'm coming at you from my stitchy spot. I wanted to do one more face-to-face check-in before ending this vlog, so today will be the last day on this vlog, and I will edit and try to post the footage tomorrow, May 9th. Anyway, so Maynia is half over, and I'm having a lot of fun with it so far. I think all the planning I did with the little calendar and everything really helped, because it takes a lot of the stress and guesswork out of the equation for me. The daily rotation thing is quite outside of my comfort zone. I like to work on my projects for a while until I get a visible chunk of progress. And that generally doesn't happen in a day. I mean, it might for a few smaller projects, but you know, it's not certainly not going to happen for any of the larger ones. And since I planned it so carefully, I don't really have to think much about it. I just look at my calendar and I pull out the whip that I have planned to work on for that day, and I just pull out a spool of Krynic or a couple skeins of DMC, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do 3 or 4 threads, and that's it. And I put it away and move back to my new start. So it's not bad at all, and I'm really happy that I started, well, everything that I started. I absolutely love working on the Rheolus Phoenix, so much so that I have been looking at all the other Rheolus kits and thinking about adding some to my stash. And it was great stitching the little penguin ornament and getting that finish, and I'm really enjoying the We Do Disney piece too, and I'm having so much fun with my first piece on black. I love how the colors are popping, and I've done a lot on it today, and I will work on it some more and show you my progress in a little while. It's right here on the Lowry. And what else? Well, I just finished my workout. That's kind of accounts for my rather casual attire. Tuesday I did like an arms and abs workout. You're supposed to do cardio on Tuesday, but I'm doing this daily arms challenge thing, and as I get towards the end of it, the workout gets longer and longer, so it takes a while, and my heart rate gets pretty far up there, so I don't worry about, you know, not being in the cardio fat burning zone or whatever. But it's good to do that, and I'm feeling pretty good now, although my arms are a little bit jellified. So I just wanted to thank everyone for watching, and thank you so much for the comments and the thumbs up and the likes and everything. I appreciate all of you. I love being part of this community, and again, just thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to spend with me, and I wish you luck with all your Maynia activities or just whatever you're doing, whether you're participating in the Maniac craziness or not. So take care, everyone. Be happy, be well, happy stitching. Bye. Hello, ladies, gents, Stephanie here. I'm so crafty. Today is May 8th. Here's my Water Goddess whip. I'm getting ready to start working on her. She is the 8th project of Maynia, and I'll be working with this thread here, the Chronic 194. My other plan for today is to continue on We Do Disney, so hopefully I'll have time for both. Hopefully today will be a good stitchy day. We'll see. I have to run an errand after school. School pickup is in like 15 minutes. Then run an errand, and then maybe this afternoon Oliver will want to watch some cartoons and I can stitch a little bit. I don't know, we'll see. Yesterday was just not the greatest stitchy day because I had a lot of chores, and then I had to work out, and I was just pretty knackered after that. So, and then I went to bed early because I had something to do early this morning, which I took care of, but I woke up even earlier than I had to, so I took a little nap after I dropped Oliver off at school. Yeah, hopefully I'll be more productive throughout the evening hours today. Alright, I'll check in later and show you where I get my stitching progress. Ta-ta! Guys, I wanted to pop in and give you an update on my stitching from today. So I did work on Water Goddess. What I did was about 4 pretty long lengths of Chronic, this color here. It's the color, it's actually a pale blue, and this fabric is darker than it looks here. It's just really hard to photograph this without some white in the frame to kind of, let's see, maybe that, oh yeah, look at that, that's much better. Okay, so now you can see it better, and yeah, so that was most of the water detail on this side over here, and then there's a lot more to do, but it all originates from the bottom. I think this pattern called for 3 spools of Chronic in that color. Sorry for the shaking, that's the Lowry. Anyway. Yeah, so that was fun. And then I also worked on We Do Disney. So I finished up the colors I had pulled, and now it's shaking again because I pulled off the other fabric. Steady. Okay, so I finished up the colors I had pulled on for page 1. So that was Blanc, 334, 721, and 906. Since that was done, I moved on to page 2. So I finished in this house, in the block. And I worked more on the We Let It Go, the line from Frozen. So I have to finish the O and stitch another little snowflake like that one. And that line will be done. So I do have one more day to work on this. That will be tomorrow. I should be able to finish the Frozen line, no problem. And maybe I'll be able to finish Hakuna Matata too. I don't know, we'll see. But that's outside the scope of this vlog because I am ending it now. Today is, you know, the 8th day of Maynia, so there is lots of fun stuff coming up. I have another 7 projects to address, 3 new starts, 4 whips, and I will keep on stitching and vlogging for a Maynia Part 2 vlog. Alright, that's it for me for tonight. Peace out. Thanks for watching. Happy stitching, guys. Bye.